Ken Paxton made it official last night. He's challenging John Cornyn for the U.S. Senate in next year's GOP primary. This is Wednesday, April 9th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for spending part of your Wednesday here. If you enjoy the Texas Minute, please give us a rating. And if you have time, consider leaving a review. This tells us how we're doing, and it helps others find the show. But hey, you're here for the news, so let's get to it. A special election to fill the Houston area congressional seat left vacant by the death of U.S. Representative Sylvester Turner will be held in November. Governor Greg Abbott said the date was chosen to give Harris County officials enough time to plan and execute an orderly election. Yes, that's the governor throwing not just a little shade at Democrat-run Harris County, which Abbott correctly notes has done a horrible job at running elections in recent years. Candidates who wish to have their names placed on the special election ballot must file their applications with the Secretary of State no later than September 3rd. Early voting will begin on Monday, October 20th. Daniel Byrd was a teacher at Navasota High School when he was arrested for sharing child sexual abuse material showing young boys being assaulted. Byrd pleaded guilty in November 2024 and has now been sentenced to 5 years in federal prison, followed by 10 years probation. State records, though, show that Byrd's teaching certificate is currently under review by the Texas Education Agency. Well, it's long been rumored, but Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has now officially announced his candidacy for the U.S. Senate, challenging incumbent Senator John Cornyn in the upcoming 2026 Republican primary. Paxton made the announcement last night on Fox News' Laura Ingraham show.
It's definitely time for a change in Texas.
Mr. Cornyn has served as the senior U.S. Senator from Texas since his initial election in 2002. Prior to that, he served as the Attorney General of Texas for one term and is a member of the Supreme Court of Texas before that. Mr. Paxton was first elected to the Texas House in 2002, followed by a stint as a member of the Texas Senate before taking office as the state's 51st Attorney General. Republican voters can look forward to 339 days of senatorial campaigning ahead. The Texas Minute will be right back.
News and analysis on what's happening in Texas. End your day with daily headlines from Texas Scorecard. Every day at 5 p.m., join me, Brandon Waltons, as we recap the biggest stories of the day and talk about why they matter to you. Listen and subscribe to Daily Headlines from Texas Scorecard.
As legislators continue to crack down on left-wing propaganda in state institutions, several lawmakers have filed budget amendments aimed at cutting funding for state universities that support so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. These will be debated when the House begins deliberation on the state budget tomorrow. For example, Republican State Representative Shelley Luther of Sherman will be offering an amendment to the budget aimed at striking appropriations and provisions regarding funding to Texas A&M. She's taking action because the university has been offering a program that pushes radical gender ideologies instead of biological realities. A similar amendment was authored by Arlington's Tony Tinderholt. It takes the same approach to the University of Houston. Both of their amendments would direct the money saved to property tax relief. Meanwhile, an amendment by Republican State Representative Brian Harris of Midlothian would defund the president's and chancellor's offices of multiple universities in which the leadership has allowed degree programs to become inundated with both LGBTQ and DEI curricula. You can find the details of this story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Joseph Trimmer, Aaron Anderson, Brandon Waltons, and Will Biagini. It was produced by Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.